The Spare Bedroom Challenge recap show, whatever we call it. I don't have my laptop right now, it won't turn on. But every weekend, this is where the Spare Bedroom Boys, along with their lovely and fantastic social media coordinator, Nikki, gather to talk about this week's episode of everyone's favorite guilty pleasure show, MTV's The Challenge. Before we dive into anything, though, as always, here's a quick recap.
Previously on The Challenge, Fessy out here simping once again for Gabby's sweet strange, and perseverance has finally paid off as Gabby finally gives in. Meanwhile, Lolo thinks that when you become a partner of The Challenge, that also means you're dating them, and Nahum wants to break up bad. The Challenge has the contestants digging like dogs, and Devin proves that he can copy a puzzle that's right in front of him. Well, Nani and Josh prove they can't at all. Devin's power trip is at an all-time high, but nobody really gives a shit this time around. Following comes a female hall brawl with a horrible twist, and it's an all-out Amber war with Gabby kicking herself in the background. But if this challenge has proved us anything, it's that Josh can't do math, Big T hates heights, and if you're Corey's partner, you better start packing. All on this week's challenge.
Boom. Great recap, as per always. So let's dive right into the week. So as you mentioned, the way things start out are Devin being a little, the way things start out, the first thing I wanted to say, guys, is did you notice that they taped out the Cheerios, and did you laugh as hard as I did?
They tape out Cheerios, the drinks. They tape out everything.
I know.
Yeah,
It
it
was just funny because it was such a prevalent box, and you could see the top of the scene. It was just like straight duck.
Just the bare minimum to get away with like copyright laws and like getting sued.
They're always drinking Heineken. And it's like oh, I wonder what they're drinking. It's just a green can with like a little star and everything.
Could be a Dos Equis. You don't know.
Tiny.
You never know. But it starts off. Corey and Amber are partnered now, and they both know they need to get gold skulls, as well as Devin and CT want to wax out Josh immediately. So thoughts on Devin and CT's plan, but mainly Devin. Devin hates Josh so much. So he was posturing himself right from the very beginning. None of that really mattered. Let's start with Fessy and Gabby. We saw someone kiss.
Yeah. And it was cringy, it was awkward, it was like, he was reaching for it, and like, it was just fucking, that's not the kind of kisses on the challenge I want to see. I want to see drunk, slutty, at the bar, making out, making other people jealous, not like, I think you're really cute, I think you're cute, like in bed, like tickling each other, like, you kiss me first, no, you kiss me. So it was just like, I was like, fucking, turn it off, like, I fucking hated it. It was so fucking gross. Fuck those two.
It was very staged for sure. Like, it was so awkwardly staged. I actually had to turn away. I was like, I can't even watch this.
Wasn't it bad? I think they're just like, hey, someone needs to just make out. Like, well, Gabby, we'll give you $1,000 if you make out with Fessy. She's like, okay.
Me and Eric, too, were like, that camera guy was like right in their top bunk, too. We just like pictured him. He's just like rubbing himself in the background, just like, yeah.
He's like flopping his boner around. He's like, you know, you like when you get a boner, you kind of have to like adjust it. He just keeps doing that. He's like, just hold on a sec. Say it again. Just look at me when you say it.
I think the funniest part of it was Fessy dropped another, I'm shy.
He said the exact same lines that he said to Corey. He's like, I'm an introvert, and people think I'm arrogant, and I'm not like that. I was like, was he trying to fuck Corey at that time, too?
Yeah. That's like, he's got this, like, spiel that he pours out every time he wants to get laid. He's like, no one's fucking me. Corey, don't make it weird. Let's fuck.
And I was just starting to like Gabby. I was starting to enjoy her on the show, and then she made out with Fessy and ruined everything.
Hey, I enjoyed it because I know it got me some fantasy points.
Definitely got you some fantasy points.
So yeah, there's such a gross kiss. It was like, like a Disney Channel kiss or something, where like they never kissed before and they like weren't matched up.
It was cringy.
If that's all we're gonna get from this season, that's a disappointment.
Well, who else is like even flirty turdy? Like, I don't know. I can't even think of anyone that would even be able to hook up.
Yeah, it was awful. I think we can all agree it was an awful moment. And then we jump into just more of fucking Lolo.
Oh God, what a bitch!
Can I just say this felt like an episode of like Dr. Phil with Lolo and Nam? Like I swear to God, it's like they have their own show within this show. It's very awkward to watch.
Yeah, the scene was giving Eric mad anxiety where he had to like stand up and like walk around because he's like, oh.
I just know what he's going through. Like, I just know what it's like to be with a girl who, like, just, like, you don't understand. Like, you're not giving my space. Gives her a space. Why aren't you giving me attention? Like, you don't understand me. Like, don't look at me. Don't look at me. Stop fucking looking at me. Don't look. Why are you looking at me? Like, just like mixed signals. Like, Nab's just like, why? Like, he just doesn't know what the fuck's going on. I totally get it. Like, it's like, what the fuck have I done to deserve such hell?
Yeah, there's a super quick line where she was like, I said I'd move to Germany, and like you said no. It's like, yeah, because of course, like he doesn't want you to move to Germany. He's not into you. Like, figure it out.
He doesn't even want you on his team. Never mind in his fucking country.
Like,
but is there something we're missing? Like, I feel like there's some sort of subtext we're missing, like, with that. Like, did something happen?
I think the subtext is Lolo Jones is just alone. Alone Lo Jones.
She doesn't understand people.
She's a huge... I think she, like, spent her whole life, like, preparing for the Olympics and just never got, like, the chance to have a boyfriend or a social life. So she just, like, doesn't understand how guys work, and, like, you have to treat them good. I don't know. Like, sometimes you have to... Every once in a while, you have to, you have to be nice to them. Like, you don't...
Well, and apparently she's still a virgin. Like, she, on her social media, says that she wants to save herself for marriage.
Well, I'd be pissed off, too.
Yeah, I'd be fucking jerked.
I was like a 30-year-old virgin, however old she is. Oh.
There you go, right.
Did you chair break?
No, just like sunk down
right when he was... And that's not a mixed drink. That's just a big old glass of whiskey.
Oh, yeah, that's straight fucking...
That's our promo. Mark the timestamp.
Oh, yeah. Mark that in for the real Nikki.
I'm gonna some of this stuff.
Yeah, well, they talk more later, anyways. But yeah, that whole scene was cringe, and it's even worse that it's Nom, and he just he doesn't understand regular English, and he doesn't understand the regular situation.
He says it too. He's like, I'd be more social if it was German, like where I could like speak and stuff, but I can't really.
Yeah, he's like. But I'm starting to like Nom a lot. He's awesome. And then
he deserves a better fucking partner.
The only other thing, because it was a long challenge this week. The only other thing that happens before the challenge is Amber B straightened her hair. No, and she has some regret.
Yeah, I wrote this here too. I wrote Amber B with her hair down gets me wet. Fessy and Gabby's awkward, cringy kiss makes me dry.
I too was like, Amber B, you looking good with straight hair, and then it cuts to her confessional where I said she looks like Marge Simpson with her like curly hair, beehive look. I don't get it, but
yeah. I like it. It depends what I'm into that day. She's just like I just like caught off guard. I'm like, who's that? I'm like, oh, it's fucking Amber B. She's looking alright.
Certain lighting. But that takes us. It's challenge time. Challenge time comes in pretty quick with nothing big happening before, like most episodes of the season. Eric, take it away.
The challenge is called Black Sand Ops. They have to find their puzzle pieces to build them into a totem pole or totem. There's 10 pieces, but the pieces are buried under 100 different torches. So there's 100 different torches. Each of them has a fucking totem underneath it. It could be yours. It could be someone else's. You can help them. You can bury it. There might be nothing underneath it. And you got to find all your 10 pieces, build a totem, and boom. That's how it's done. And apparently it was the most difficult challenge of all time, which I thought was kind of weird.
Who won?
Devin and Gabby won.
So let's get into the discussion there. Let's start with Josh and Nany. They hop into a huge lead. Thoughts on Josh and Nany's performance, Nikki?
Oh my god. Okay, so I just want to say this about it. While I was watching that episode and I was watching Josh and Nany, number one, Survivor popped in my head. And I was like, I feel like if this was an episode of Survivor, they would have done this way quicker. I feel like this could be easier. And the fact that, like, Josh and Nany were just, like, standing there, not one of them going to see the, like, totem to see what they should do. and waste 7 valuable minutes of their time. It was just like frustrating to watch.
Yeah,
Dane?
Just seeing Josh constantly squinting at the totem, being like, I can't see anything. Nani says she sees something. It's like, well, why don't you go look at it? She stay there, start building the puzzle. Me and Eric were saying it's not hard. It's a V, an upside down smiley face, which is where CT and Big T fucked up. They made it a smiley face instead of a frown.
Yeah.
And then
Oh, is that where they fucked up? Yeah, because I was like, oh, CT's gonna win it, but you could tell like just by like. If they show up shot TJ looking a little disappointed beforehand, you can tell they're not going to win.
Again, that's where Devin was in his confessional. It's like, if I can see the puzzle in front of me, I can do it. Like, get me the puzzle pieces and I'll do it. And sure enough, he did. It was a big brother, everybody circle jerking Big Brother, showing each other their pieces.
Yep.
Surprisingly, everybody said they were covering Devin and Gabby's, but then they found theirs because they realized everybody was covering theirs. So then they looked at all the ones that were like buried again.
Yep. No, it was an embarrassing. The funniest line from that whole thing was Darrell when he was like, starting to think that like we don't have any pieces or we need to dig deeper. Maybe we're just stupid.
Maybe we're just stupid as fuck.
Yeah.
Darrell had great lines this week. He was making me laugh a lot.
For his lack of like on-screen time, he makes up for it in the confessionals with his banter. It's hilarious.
Great confessionals. Can definitely read a line, or he's able to come up with some.
Yeah, no, I think he's just a witty guy.
But yeah,
but he's always in bed by like 6 o'clock, so it doesn't. You don't get to see much of him.
Nam did mention in the challenge too that he hurt his back, but I don't know.
That's what I had. That's what I wrote. I was like, Nam is hurt. What happened to this part of the story?
He never said anything, and
but
I guess he was fine.
It'll get brought up in a later episode. I think it's like kind of just it's like giving you a little tickle for next week.
My theory, if we're gonna get ahead of ourselves, is in the preview for next week. There's a security breach. I'm pretty sure security breach was when Ashley came back because somebody went home. So if Nam does go home next episode and they bring back another guy, possibly, that's where my theory's at, doing my deep observations.
I wonder if they'll bring back another guy or
who's even else was even. I'm just
they
thinking
bring
about
back
like
Ashley.
They bring her back again for the third time.
Ashley and Lolo are a team.
Who the hell was he? Like all the guys that have left have just been so forgettable. Like Jay was chill, but
they
other
bring
than
back
that,
Joseph Allen.
Oh yeah.
They give him another shot.
Lolo's just so hurt. Can you imagine those two together? I think that is a good theory. 100% it is. For my sake, hopefully it's Nelson, and there's some Fessy drama.
Well, Nelson and
Nelson.
Ooh, yes.
Jay.
That's for my fantasy hopes. I need it to be someone from my team.
Hopefully it's Jay or Olivia.
But so Devin wins, and of course it's now Power Trip Devin.
Power Trip Devin. So yeah, Devin and Gabby win. Devin has been throwing around the big dick all season, and he decides to throw it around some more. Right away, we have, even before they get to the bubble, we have him making plans.
In the Big Brother Sucks VIP lounge?
Yeah. But even before the bubble, he's making plans with CT and Nam about getting them in. Gabby is a little upset about it. And then Josh is... When Josh is like, it's either me or you, bro, to Fessy, and Fessy's like, it's not me. Clearly you.
I'm just gonna start calling the bubble the dome of disappointment.
But we get to the bubble, and Devin is power tripping. Eric, thoughts on Devin's gameplay in the bubble going into...
Cam kind of made a good point for him, like, you know how he's just like, fuck off, Josh, like, just like, if he doesn't like you, he doesn't like you forever. It's which is like he doesn't want to like patch things up. He just kind of wants to just be a dick and just like, oh, I'm the best. Makes his own little like VIP, no Big Brother sucks room, and then just like I don't know. He's just a fucking wiener of a guy, eh? Like he just if he doesn't, he's one of those guys. Yeah, you don't want on your team kind of thing. Like
he knows it.
If he's like on your volleyball team, he's one of those like assholes that you're just like, oh, fucking Devin's on her team.
He like comes from money, but in his school, like the poor kid was the cool kid, and he like mentally like can't comprehend that. He's like, but I'm rich and have things. Like, why is the poor kid cool? And then like that like developed a weird like twitch in him.
But it's weird that he like wins so much shit because he's like just a scrawny guy and he just like smokes and just is like I don't know. It's just weird that he's like.
He's very good at manipulating. He's good at living. Yeah, that's what he's gonna do.
He's got the Johnny Bananas thing where like he's not that athletic, but he can fucking manipulate and talk his way through shit. It's just.
I think he just gets people real riled up and mad, and then people get mad at that person. But he's trying to posture. He's trying to post up and get people to join him. But he even says, if there's one way I play this game, it's vengeance and revenge. And then he also says, I get drunk on power. So.
And on other things.
Yeah, so he knows. But Nikki, I wanted your perspective on the female perspective on Gabby wanting to fuck shit up the entire time.
Like with the fact that do you mean like her wanting to go in?
Yeah, like she did not want to go with Devin's plan, even a little bit.
Yeah. I think that, first off, I thought it was good that she was sticking up for herself. Like, I thought it was, like, a good thing for her to say something towards Devin. I thought there was going to be a more battle, but Devin kind of, like, took what she was saying. But with that said, I feel like she had this abrupt amount of power and had this, like, what she was going to do, and then kind of put her tail between her legs and cowered away and still went with that. So I think it could have been so much more powerful if it was fully thought through. But because of that back down, it just kind of was like, like, come on. Like, what are you doing?
Did you see anything that happened in the bubble, Dane, that mattered?
Not in the bubble, no. It's unfortunate that it was... Because they have these, like, where there's the rogue agent, so you kind of know if it's going to be a guys or girls. But after the teams are resettled, it is that kind of thing. It's like, is it going to be a guys or is it going to be a girl? So Devin has his gold skull, so he's like, I'm definitely not going down, so fuck you. We're not putting ourselves in, Gabby. But Gabby's like, I definitely want to get my skull. I mean, she's saying that, but does she really want to get her skull? She definitely could have, like, she would have fucking crushed. Anybody could have crushed Amber M in the final.
Yeah.
So she's regretting it, but it was, unfortunately, you don't know.
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
Actually, there was one fantastic part in the bubble where it was Leroy dancing that me and Eric had to rewind. Me and Eric had to rewind, where it's just like Leroy, and he's just like looking so angry dancing.
He's like dancing, he's like... he had this like weird fucked up face, and we were like had to like rewind it a couple times. Like, what the fuck? What is that? Is that his like dancing face? He just like looks like he just took a big shit. Like, oh no.
And yeah, that was the best part of the bubble.
Yeah. That was probably the best part of the episode.
And I seen a security guard in the background.
Do you see one?
I saw one. I was like, oh, there's a security. There's not a bartender, but there's just a security guard with a mask on, just standing there in the corner. And I was like,
It's nice to see like other people. I don't know. It's like a little cameo. It's like,
he didn't look to be having fun at all.
No. I guess there was that one time when fucking Josh went fucking baby Huey on Devin. What's 8 times 9? Oh, where's my baseball?
Devin also said, I'm a big chaos guy. Which I thought, like, I don't know. I like Devin's shtick. I don't think he wins, but I like his shtick. And I think he's playing the most entertaining game by far. So they come out of the bubble. Josh and Devin kind of get into it, but not really. Just another classic Devin line where he's just like, Josh, get out.
Yeah, like that's how I'd be on that show too. I'd be like, Josh, just fuck off. Like, get the fuck out of here. I love you too.
All the cast members like just came around the corner and was like, don't fight, guys.
Well, because that'd probably be annoying for them. It's like, oh fuck, here we go.
It was a great pan.
And right before the deliberation, we get another Lolo and Nom fight. Go ahead, Nikki.
I feel for Casey, man. I feel for Casey. Like
I just wanted her to smoke bomb out of there. Like,
yeah.
Like I felt like the cringiness came through like my TV screen, and I was like, I cannot do this. And yeah, it's just like this. I don't even know. It's this back and forth of like, what are you guys even talking about? And she's so like, what Eric said before. It's just like, come closer. No, go further away. I need my space. No, I don't need my space. Like, fuck you. Don't tell me I'm stupid. no, this whole situation's stupid. Like, I don't know, it's too much. It's too much for me.
Yeah, I think we covered it all pretty much with the first fight. It was just that part too.
Yeah, my favorite was, again, everybody was watching this one. And yeah, Casey was stuck there. And Nam was just like, I just want different partners. Like, I think we can agree we want different partners.
Yeah, that's when they kind of resolved the fact, like, hey, I don't, like, Lolo doesn't want to be partners with him, and he definitely doesn't want to be partners with her. But I'm like, what the fuck kind of nightmare would she be going through if she was with Devin? Or like or someone who, like, actually sucks. Like, Nom's like a chill, like, imagine being with someone that could, like, that's actually like a dick or like fucks shit up. Like she would have left. She just would have been like, no, I can't do this. Bye.
She might be leaving too.
Josh and Lolo would have been a team. I put Josh and Lolo team or dream drama team or team baby ain't got no back. That would be their team.
And yeah, she brings up, she's like, in sports, there's always like a coach and a mediator to like help us. It's like, you really need to like enter the real world. Like, it's not all sports.
You're gonna have
yeah, there's not a coach in a relationship. Sorry. Like,
is she gonna have a coach when she loses her virginity?
Right?
Yeah, there's gonna be kind of like sitting there.
Red flag.
Like, spraying water on her. Like, come on, you got this. Make him come.
And then Nam like walks away and he's like, this is so stupid. He's like, I'm not stupid. I didn't say you were stupid. I said this was stupid. Like,
you're just gonna leave? You're just gonna leave. Okay, fine. Just leave. I can't believe you just left. Like, you told him to leave. Yeah, but I didn't think you'd actually do it.
Oh, she's the worst.
So they kind of want the house to vote for them so that they can not be on teams anymore, but nobody wants to go against them in elimination, so.
And Corey has this like secret plan, like, I don't want her as a partner. So he's just like, hey, you need to get your skull, so you need to go down there today. So let's what's it called? Campaign towards going down there tonight. And she's like, oh, okay. Like little Amber. I'm like, okay, I'll do whatever you say, Corey. I love you. And then like just what the hell did I call it? The curse of the Corey. Of like 6 fucking partners, man. Like,
but yeah, set us up for the deliberation.
Well, like, I don't know. Does Amber? There was a part of me where I was like, did Amber M think of Corey as a father figure? Because when they were doing that challenge, and she was like, I'm just so excited to be with Corey. He has 2 daughters, so I just feel like I just got to make him proud. And I was like, I don't like. Is it because he's like a father?
No, she said that more in a way like he has something to lose, and I want to like show him like that I'm in it to win it too. Which is whatever. So we get into the deliberation, and it is the deliberation of please send me downs. Oh, no shit, there's only 2 skulls available. And it's the battle of what we mentioned, as Corey has convinced Amber M that they need to go down every time. And then Lolo and Nam are ready to break up, and deliberation commences. Now, Amber M talks first. I wrote Amber M talks. Now, some of you, if you've watched this, know I'm not a huge fan of Amber M. But I didn't write anything bad because then Lolo started crying and she came off way worse than Amber M. And I was like, I can't even talk shit on Amber M on this one. What were your guys' thoughts on the deliberation? We'll start with Dane.
I think, yeah, Amber M starts talking and being like, yeah, throw me in. Meanwhile, like, Corey's just like sitting there just being like, yeah, this is hilarious. And then it cuts to a Durrell confessional, and he's just like, I know exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
You can't convince me that you're tough, Amber M. Like he knows that Corey got in her ear, and it's hilarious. And then, yeah, Lolo's just please vote me in.
Yeah.
Like, I can't handle Nom anymore. He's so mean. Like, and it was like,
fuck. She starts just playing her violin, eh?
No, Nom's pretty cool guy. He's pretty chill.
Yeah, he doesn't do anything.
He doesn't.
Yeah,
He
like
competes his best, and we actually really like Nom.
Yeah, I think everyone likes Nom.
Doesn't Lola remind you of someone that I know?
Yeah.
That I hang out with sometimes?
Yeah.
Who may or may not beat me?
Yeah, why do you hang out with her?
I don't know. I like abuse.
She's a virgin too.
Yeah. Nope.
So, yeah, it was pretty funny and just sad watching her pathetic attempt that nobody really cared about. And then the House voted for Amber M.
Yeah. Anyone else thoughts on Lolo crying during a deliberation of all places. You're an Olympian.
Yeah, it's cringeworthy. Like, it makes me frustrated.
So
Again, it comes down to she's not a gold medal Olympian. She's a constant loser in the Olympics.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you think about it, even Sanka from Cool Runnings was an Olympian.
Yeah. That guy who like just joined that like rowboat squad in like Africa because if he just qualified he could have gone to the Olympics, and he was like literally didn't even know how to swim or do that before and just went to the Olympics. Like,
even that guy who like died in the bobsled, he's an Olympian.
all right.
I mean, he is.
So the point is maybe we. You know what? I think what you guys are saying, which I agree with. Has anyone heard their public perception stock more in the show than Lolo?
no, she's not getting no TV deals. I can't even like see her coming back to the. She'll probably come back to.
She'll
the
probably come back with challenge. She's causing enough drama. They'll bring her back.
She was on Celebrity Big Brother. I saw like her and Tom Green run it, and Tom Green like posted a thing of like him fighting with everybody. And in the background, you can see Lolo Jones. I'm like, is that fucking? Is she on fucking Celebrity Big Brother? Like, imagine how much of a bitch she was on that show.
Well, and she won
She's just
Celebrity.
Was
Didn't
it-
she win Celebrity Challenge?
Oh, I never watched that show.
Yeah,
That's like web
I
series
couldn't
stuff.
get into it, man. Like, it wasn't my jam.
I didn't watch it either, but I'm pretty sure she.
TJ's not
won.
involved. I don't care.
Yeah, I think that's what might have been. That might have been what was missing was no TJ, no Dice.
So the house doesn't care. Lolo cries. They vote in Amber M. Let's talk about Devin and Gabby's interaction in the room there. And you know what I want to talk about? And Eric, you can start off on this one. When Devin realizes that no one listened to him, like no one voted the
wow.
way he thought they were going to.
What did he? I don't really know what he expected. He's a fucking wiener, and yeah, I don't really know. He's just
He had
Yeah,
great
he-
facial expressions during that.
he's like, come on, oh, they got more than half the fucking.
Come on, Gabby. How about we throw this person in?
Yeah.
This person.
Oh yeah, and then he started fucking just throwing out everyone. Like Gabby was like, no, I don't like that. No, it's like asking a girl what she wants to eat. And when she, Red Lobster, no.
And then he throws out
Olive Garden,
Anissa.
no.
He throws out Anissa, and she's like, like she does that. Maybe.
I don't get where they got fucking out of all the people they got with or they went with fucking Darrell and what's her ass
Amber B.
Amber B.
That threw me off.
I was like, because even when they were standing there, I was like, I have no idea who the fuck they're gonna pick, and they
Yeah.
fucking picked Amber B and Darrell. I'm like, that's kind of a dumb one, but all right.
Well, I kind of I would say so. Let's talk about before we talk about who they end up throwing in. Nikki, it's time for the elimination. Hit us up with what happened.
Elimination, so they go into the crater, and it's a classic hall brawl, but with a twist. But instead of racing to opposite ends of multiple rounds, players run continuously until they make 3 trips back and forth, bringing 3 balls at their end. It was the worst thing I've ever watched. Again, thank you, the editing team, because, man, like, even what they had to do to make that a little bit exciting was insane. So it ends up going Amber M and Corey go down, so they're ones that get chosen, and then Gabby has the moment to go in, and she says no. And I'm sorry, but TJ, I feel, gave a little inclination, like, are you sure? Like,
He even
come
said,
on.
he's like, it's against
It's gonna
Amber
be a
B.
female elimination.
Yeah.
Or no,
So
Amber
she doesn't-
M. Sorry.
And so then it totally turns around. They end up choosing Darrell and Amber B. And like I said, they go down there. Brutal to watch. Amber B just collides in Amber M, and that's the end of that. Amber B ends up winning the champion, and then no questions asked. She sticks with Darrell, and Corey ends up still being the rogue agent. And I think this is his 6th season member?
So yeah, good explanation, Nikki. Let's start. Yeah, before I was gonna say something about Corey, but before that, the challenge itself. I want to start on this one. Because now I get to talk shit about Amber M. now I get to talk shit about Amber M.
This is the last time you get to do it, so let it all out.
There's still an in memoriam later. You had one job. It was get a ball and take a ball. That was the whole thing. And you just left a ball. You took an extra trip. This is like, you literally have one job in this, and you got smoked so hard that you forgot what you were doing, I guess, and screwed up your entire rhythm. Also, you got smoked the first time. The second time, you were so slow that literally Amber B had to wait for you to hit you. And the third time, she did kind of ping herself and then hold a shoe, I guess. But it was fucking embarrassing. Worst hall brawl of all time. And you will forever go down as the worst at the worst of something. You suck. You suck. Anyone else want to chime in on that one?
Yeah, it was
It's the
lousy.
worst thing I've ever seen.
It was like cute to watch though. It was like kind of it was because you always see these guys like go fucking head to head and just like ram each other. This one was just kind of like, like it was just kind of cute to watch. I thought, I don't know, it's just kind of funny because they're just so lousy. And I don't think Amber M really understood the concept. Like I don't think she got what was going on. And like even CT was like laughing about it. He's like, yeah, I've never seen something like this before. They were just like a couple little cutesy tootsie girls running around. It was pretty funny to watch. So.
Yeah, I wasn't even sure if we were going to get an elimination this week because I was like looking at how much time was left in the episode and there was only like 5 minutes left. And I was like, how are they going to get an elimination in this? And then I was like, oh, right, it's against Amber M. And whoever goes against her is just going to crush her in 2 seconds, which is what happened. And it was over like that. The editors, tried to do some slow motion, but even then the elimination took like 2 minutes.
You know it's bad when, like, they have to cut before they connect and you can already see that it's going to be bad.
They always do that. They're horrible for editing hall brawls. I always bring that up. Reddit always brings that up.
But normally it looks like they're going to smash into each other. These cuts, you literally, when they cut, they still do like the boom. But like you're like, oh no, nothing's going to happen when they hit each other. Nikki, both these girls were on your team.
Oh.
What were you?
No, I went from fucking to literally 2 episodes in a row. But I mean, I get the win. I got a girl that on my team that got a gold skull, and I eliminated one of the weakest people on my team. So
what were your thoughts on the performance?
Oh my god!
Remember when you said all 4 of your girls were making the finals?
Pardon?
Remember when you said all 4 of your girls were making the finals?
They're all gonna make it, guys. It was. To be honest, if I was ever on the challenge, I'm not gonna lie, that's one challenge I would love to do. I would honestly love to do a hall brawl. I don't know what it is about it. There's just something where I think it's very thrilling. I think having the balls in there was also a mistake, though, to be honest. I don't think having that element in there should have, like, I don't know. I think they shouldn't have had that in there. I think it should have just been a hall brawl, just in general, like, running into each other. But like I said, it was embarrassing. Anyone could have done it. And I also think Gabby is a freaking idiot. She's a freaking idiot for not going in.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't disagree. So, Amber M sucks. And then...
You sound like a dresser. Amber, it sucks.
It sucks, man. I can't say anything else about it. She just fucking sucks. I can't say her name without saying she sucks. But, it is a Tourette's thing. It's like involuntary.
At least we can just. At least now we don't have to say Amber because I'd get them confused all the fucking time, and now it's just Amber. We don't have to fucking fuck with Amber B or Amber M.
Yeah. So the partnership, like Nikki mentioned, Amber B, she's sticking with Darrell. Good play or bad play, Eric?
Good play.
Sticking with Darrell?
Yeah.
Wait, was it an option to like pick any fucking person?
Anyone? Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was just between Corey and Darrell. No, I think it's smart to fuck with Darrell. Like if you've been with him that whole time, like why burn the bridge with Darrell? And don't like she even looked at Corey like I'm not fucking picking you. Like she said that pretty bluntly, which is true. Like he's a fucking cursed. Like he's like the STD of the show. But yeah, no, I don't know. I think if you're with the guy and they've been doing okay, then whatever. Now that she has her fucking gold skull, now she can help him, and I don't know.
Yeah, sure. My only argument would be switch to someone with a gold skull, so you don't have and in an alliance because Darrell doesn't have an alliance, and then you don't have to go down if you don't want to because your partner doesn't have one. Your thoughts?
She already knows that she's in between alliances and at a bottom of a totem pole, so breaking up any other alliance or shaking up any other waters may just cause her shit in the end. So she was like, nah, I'll stick with my boy. As you said, Darrell probably showed her dick, and she's like, sticking with this.
Yeah. Nikki, good play, bad play?
I thought it was good, honestly. Same thing. I just think, yeah, she's been with him for the whole time. They're a good team. Don't want to stir the waters now, especially like where it's getting closer to the end. So all in all, I think it's.
I don't think it was a bad play for sure. I just think the smarter play would have been Fessy and secure herself in a Big Brother partnership with a Gold Skull. But I don't think it was a bad play. And I like Darrell, and he doesn't ruffle any feathers either. So Corey is the kiss of death for females. One thing I wanted to mention about Corey, if he is the rogue, but we do not know how many guys' eliminations are left, and he can't go next week. Corey can't go.
Yeah.
So we don't know. Like, this could be awful for Corey if there's only one more guy's elimination.
I think there's still going to be
Yeah.
at least like 4 more guys eliminations, I think.
I think so too. What week are we in? 10?
I
They
think the
usually go, what, like 18 episodes, 16 episodes?
The finals usually has like 5 guys, 5 girls. So I think they're going to go down. I don't think there's ever going to be a chance of somebody not having a skull or like not even being able to go get a skull. I think everybody is going to have to go up for an elimination.
Yeah.
Fair.
That there's going to be so many that, yeah.
So we don't know who Corey's partner is, and that's the end of the episode. All in all, before we move on to awards, Nikki, overall thoughts of this episode?
Garbage.
Dane?
Yeah, wasn't into it. If this is the only love, sex, hooking up that we're going to get this year, I'm horribly disappointed.
I wasn't a big fan of the episode either. I did like the challenge this week, though. Not the elimination, but I did like the challenge. Eric, final thoughts on the show before we get into our awards?
On the episode, yeah, it was, yeah, and like this, just everything. Like this whole season's just been like asking that's like saying like, oh, what was the best time you ever puked? Like it's just like it's just been like a bunch of episodes of just like disappointments and nothing exciting kind of thing.
Fair enough. Nikki, let's start with you, boss of the week.
This was extremely difficult. I literally went with Darrell with his comments. That was my boss of the week.
Good, because I was thinking the same thing. He had like 9 funny lines when he was when he was explaining Corey's situation, when he was calling out the challenge itself. I enjoyed it. A lot of laughs from Darrell.
You know what's extra funny is I also was thinking the same thing. Darrell is my boss of the week. So he wins regardless. But Eric, did you have a different one in mind?
To be honest, I wasn't really thinking about that. I picked my bitch and my lol, but I did not pick boss. And I guess I'll go with Darrell.
Darrell sweeps.
If he watches, he's probably
He's like, oh, neat.
just one for fucking doing absolutely nothing.
Gets a
This is
sweep.
better than my Burger King.
I used to watch this movie when I was a kid. It was called Nuki. And for some reason, Amber M kind of reminded me of Nuki. Is that bad? I don't know. Just like they kind of have like the same. I don't know. Never mind.
But how about you keep going? Who's your bitch of the week, though? You had that picked up.
Oh, for sure, Lolo. Lolo can. You got to make up a rhyme. Have you thought of one?
Well, you
But
guess
yeah,
that.
Lolo, man, she is a fucking mega bitch. Like, but the thing is, like, I know if I was like seeing her, I would keep coming back for more. That's how much of a piece of shit that I am. But yeah, she like just gives non shit for nothing. The guy's just like this innocent little like turtle dove, like this cute little guy who's just like there, like, oh, I'm having fun. No, never mind. I met this bitch.
I'm never coming back to this
Yeah,
show.
no, I don't want to come to a show ever again.
Nikki, bitch of the week.
Huh, there's so many. But I went with Lolo too. Lolo made me cringe all week. This whole episode, I feel like was Lolo's I'm sad and miserable episode. So I'm going with Lolo.
Those are both great picks, and I'm going to go next because I don't think that she's going to win, but it's the last time I ever get to say it. Amber M, bitch of the week, worst performance in all pro history. Dane, who was the bitch of the week?
I mean, nobody expected anything from Amber M, so she performed exactly how everybody expected her to perform. Lolo is an Olympian, as she reminds us every single episode and every single time, but acts like a 4-year-old baby who doesn't understand the real world. And I hope she never finds love.
Well, she won't with the attitude she has on the show. Definitely not from anyone on the fucking show, that's for sure.
My real vote was going to be Lolo, but I knew she was going to win, and I just wanted to be able to say Amber M. But Lolo should be a clean sweep, which makes Lolo Jones the only 3-time winner of Bitch of the Week. Congratulations, Lolo. And for people watching at home, it doesn't mean that she's just a bitch. She can also act like a little bitch. It's not just us calling one woman a bitch.
She's a bitch.
Yeah.
But in this case, she's just
she
kind
is
of
a bitch.
But I'd smash.
Finally,
I would smash.
She'd
smash me.
yeah.
And then she'd make me feel like a piece of shit
Death
for
by
it.
Yeah.
Death by snoo.
Yeah, she'd give me some snoo, and then I'd be all beaten. But I don't think I'd ever. I think that'd probably be the happiest moment in my life, probably.
Oh God, you're killing me.
Yeah. Guys, I finally met the love of my life.
Lol of the week.
What did I even put for that one?
I'll start. Which one did I like the most? Honestly, I wrote down several. Do you have yours in your head? Because I have a few.
It's just all around Darrell again. He was the boss and he was the funniest. He'd had his line about them just being terrible as shit or dumb as shit. He had the line about Corey throwing Amber E to the slaughter. I think he had a line at the elimination too that I can't quite remember. But he was giving me chuckles. Actually, I did rewind for Leroy dancing though.
You guys are gonna have to go to like
It was
the
the only
dome.
part that I did rewind. It was a 2-second part, but it made me and Eric laugh.
We should have fucking just like recorded that just because it's like such a quick moment where like you probably wouldn't even catch it if you watch it again.
I'll screenshot the face that he makes, definitely in the edit.
I have mine. It is Darrell during the challenge when he goes, "We aren't finding anything. We seem to be getting all the holes that just don't have anything in it." And it's wondering, do we need to dig deeper? But then maybe we're just stupid. That was the time I laughed the hardest the entire show. Nikki, yours? We lost power.
Nope.
Oh, good. So you said at the very beginning when Devin talks about making that shot and then he misses, I thought was pretty funny. But yeah, I definitely have to go with Darrell again. That probably cracked me up the most this episode.
Eric?
Yeah, Darrell made a couple of funnies. Devin made a pretty good funny when he said when Josh was piping in about oh, you should put me in as a pussy move, and he said, and then Devin says, "We're over here, you're over there. Put your helmet on. Shut up, Josh."
Put your helmet on.
Josh was like, "Shut up, you stupid idiot."
Yeah. We should have mentioned that. Josh just always gets so mad when he's not thrown down.
Yeah.
Even when he tries to sit down and start that beef with Devin, and then Devin walks away, and then Josh starts saying something, but even the show cuts to a commercial before he even finishes a sentence. They're just no, we're not
playing again.
We're not giving his time.
What was your winner?
Let's go with Darrell. Darrell made me chuckle more times than Devin. Devin was just kind of pissing me off, to be honest. But yeah, no, Darrell, he made it funny.
After so many episodes of us wondering if he was even still there, he takes 2 of the awards tonight. Good on you, Darrell.
He didn't really do anything in the episode.
No.
But
Who the hell has Darrell?
let's get into it.
Stanchill does.
Go right in.
All right, let's go. All right, let me pull up the fantasy. My laptop's not turning on. Go into the phone. So, in last place, still, Gabby Sweet Strange, Chris with 430 points. He had a good week, though. Gabby won, and Darrell got a lot of FaceTime.
Wrong team.
Oh.
There you
There you go. So Chris only has 2 left. He has Darrell and Gabby. Big episode for them. So he actually made up quite a few points on 5th place, but there's still so many back. 5th place is the Under Eat Dog's worst name in the group. He didn't really have anything happen this week at all. So let's get into the core 4. Let's see who is pulling away in 4th place. Still me. I got no one on my team. 728 points.
Nice.
The big players for me this week were
You're only 2.
my only 2, and none of them really did anything at all. But when we look at the episode,
Josh maybe got some drama points again.
I feel
Anissa
like
had one line, I think, this
Anissa,
episode.
Like, one.
Yeah.
I you know what? I should also give Stanchel a mini shout out. Gabby scored more points than anyone else with 65. It was Gabby Sweet Strange, week of Gabby.
Because Bessie was getting in that sweet strange.
Josh Martinez got me 14 points, and Anissa got me 12. So 26-point week. Yuck.
Yuck. You're terrible.
Well, we'll see who comes back next week. It could be good for me. And in 3rd place, any guesses?
Nikki,
because she lost people.
But I also gotta go.
In 3rd place, CT and the Jets. It's Eric. 753 points. The top scoring players for Eric this week were...
Yeah, you didn't see much of my guys, eh?
No.
Yeah. Who does he even have? He has CT, Kyle, and Leroy, right?
Yeah.
So
Kyle had a funny line in the beginning where he's like, I know a couple things that, TJ loves putting us in pain, and that, Corey can't keep apart.
CT with 14 points, Kyle with 13 points, and Leroy with 11 points.
Moseying in there.
Yep, it's getting in there. And 2nd place, I think it's an easy guess. Nikki, you want to guess?
It's Dane.
It's clearly,
right.
It's clearly Nikki with 810 points. So Nikki is up 57 points on Eric, and up 82 points on me. Nikki's top scorers were Amber B with 40 points. Nani with 17 points. Cam with 14. Not a great week for the killer.
No, it wasn't.
And with 0 points, Amber Martinez.
Oy, bye-bye.
Bye. See ya never. Oh, I guess we skipped a few things. Any thoughts on your fantasy team, Eric?
They're due.
I do. Nikki, any thoughts on your fantasy team? Because I feel like you have some shit to say. Because 4 were going to make the finals, but you only have 3 people left. How does that work?
I'm like so upset that I went from like killing it with all my team to like literally 2 episodes in a row, like lose 6 people. But I also now have 2 gold skulls on my team, so I just need Nani to get hers, and I'm freaking sailing.
And I don't have high hopes for that, but hopefully for your team
I
it
do
happens.
that, Ryan. I do.
I do.
Which means in first place with 911 points, that puts him up 101 on Nikki. Dane, give us a chant before I break down the stats.
Right. Didn't think ahead. You can do it. Who's on my team again? You can do it, Casey. You can do it, Casey. I haven't seen your facey. Get in first placey.
Boom.
I thought you were gonna say something about Kevin Spacey.
No. Never.
Oh.
Sorry. Oh my god, I crossed the line there.
It's 2021. We're not
Yeah.
bringing up Kevin Spacey.
Sorry. Well, what the fuck else rhymes with Casey?
So, the top scorers on Dane's team: Devin Walker, 55 points. Lolo Jones, 41 points. Big Lolo week for you.
Get those tears, Lolo.
We got, Fessy and Casey. Fessy had 24 points. 10 with the romance. And Casey with 12 points. So, Same standings as last week. Dane expands on his lead. Dane still has 4 people. Eric has 3. Nikki has 3. I have 2 remaining. So we're going to see what happens, because I fully am not going to win with anytime anyone not from Big Brother winning is going to throw down Josh. So I do not expect me to win this thing. But that is our fantasy update, which brings us to In Memoriam. I will go.
You can go last.
Can I go last? Even
Yeah.
though it's your person? Okay.
Yeah.
So let's start off with Eric. In Memoriam, Amber M. I should write some notes. This is exciting.
Amber M. You're like that cousin that you just forget that is even your cousin, the forgotten child. You know, like how they're like, oh, there's only 2 sequels to Home Alone. Oh no, actually there's 3. You're that person.
Now there's like 5.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, she's a very forgettable person. Every time I saw her, I always was like, just very forgettable. See you later. See you never. She won't be back. She's such a little, what do you call it?
Wet
A
fart.
little precious little butterfly who, like, just couldn't take a hit. So, but, I don't know. She didn't do anything sexy. She didn't do anything fun. She was just kind of there with her like little derp face. So, see ya.
Dean?
Amber M. Kind of secretly had a little crush on you sometimes. You were looking good sometimes. I was like, what's your story? What's your deal? What's your sign? What's your name? Where you live? But I can't say I'll be mad that she's gone. She brought nothing to the season and was, again, just a wet blanket that nobody really cared about. And, I mean, hopefully you can come back and do better. Hall brawl isn't your thing. You gotta learn how to hold on to the ball. You gotta learn which direction to go. And you gotta learn not to suck. Or suck some dicks to get me excited about you. I don't know.
Just do something. Anything.
Do something.
Literally breakdance and I'll think you're cool.
Nikki? She's your girl.
I know, another angel has fallen. So first off, I'm so upset because I rooted for you at first, Amber, because, you know, I felt for you for being that small person and wanting to prove yourself. And then each episode, you just made me more and more disappointed with you. And then with this Hall brawl extravaganza, just put the nail in the coffin for me that I was like, good riddance, you're off my team. And nonetheless, now I'm going to pass you off to Ryan, who's going to tell you the nicest things about you and what he loved about you this season. Ryan?
Yes. Amber M. Everything you said was some of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent responses and gameplay were you even close to anything that could be considered a potential champion. Everyone who watched you is now dumber for having listened and seen you. I award you 0 points, and may God have mercy on your soul. I am kind of sad in the way that Lex Luthor would be kind of sad if Superman died. You are my mortal and sworn enemy. You've done nothing to me ever, and I will forever, even if I saw you, hate you to your face. Best wishes, see you never, goodbye, good riddance. I'm sad. I don't have anyone to hate anymore.
Not even in a fire.
Not even in a fire.
Now you gotta find someone else to just fucking rag on all season.
Cut deep, man.
I think that was a pretty good in memoriam.
Yeah.
I think
a simple goodbye would have done just fine. Alright, is that it?
No, we're gonna quickly talk about next week, and then that'll be it, though. So the previews, predictions. Ooh, we have last week's predictions written on a board down there.
We do.
So we can actually remember for once. Oh,
Kook said Devin has...
oh, Devin would have an evil plot to
Hey,
get rid of someone.
Kinda did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nikki said Mean Girls, and then it's erased. Mean Girls starts with an A.
Mean Girls. Oh, Ambers.
Something with the Ambers, I think, yeah.
Amber's were gonna have mean girls.
Yeah, exactly. I'm glad we wrote these down.
Yeah. I'm glad we remember all of these.
Mine is also erased. How did it get erased from leaning?
I don't know.
against
It
the
was
fucking-
leading these.
Mine's
way,
gone
too.
too. Like,
Eric, I think, has something with CT. Or Big T. CT and Big T would get in a fight, you said.
Oh, you did
oh
say
yeah,
that.
no, it didn't happen. That's later on. That's maybe next episode.
And I think I said that Fessy would actually kiss Gabby, so yeah, I win.
I think you did say something about the romance. So.
I don't know.
But yeah, those were last week's predictions. So let's hit this week's predictions. I just went on a rant and I need to calm down, so I'll just start to recenter myself. Next week, Corey will ask to go down. That's my prediction. Corey's going to ask to go down again in the tribunal. Or not the tribunal. We're not watching Survivor. In the deliberation. Eric?
I think Lolo's wish comes true. Her and Nam break up. Something happens that duo becomes not a duo anymore.
Nikki?
I think TJ's gonna get pissed off at someone.
You think who?
I don't know.
TJ's gonna get pissed off at someone.
Oh, you think TJ? Sorry, I just didn't hear what you said. TJ's gonna get pissed off at someone.
What was
Yeah,
yours?
I just wanted to call someone like.
Corey's going to volunteer.
I predict that a contestant that was eliminated comes back.
That's a dirty one.
That's a pretty good prediction.
So a security breach happened.
A security breach.
That's what you're
Yeah,
trying to say.
yeah, I predict there's a security.
Really, that means somebody got pregnant.
What if like Natalie came back and they're like, "Hey, weren't you pregnant?" She's like, "Yeah, I didn't." I don't talk about
I don't want to talk about it.
it. Shit.
Anyways,
But anyways, that brings us to another exciting conclusion of us talking about a show we watch. All right. Tune in next week when we find out what the security breach was, when Nikki finds out another one of her angels goes home, when Dane realistically gets to bring another chant he's not prepared for,
Woo, I nail it every time.
when Eric is sad that he's still in third place, and where I am just elated I didn't have to see Amber M's stupid face. See you never. Have a good night, everyone. Now get the fuck out of our room. Goodbye, Amber M.
Bye. But also go to youtube.com/The Spare Bedroom where you can catch all of these clips where I put up the following day. As well, head to our store, redbubble.com/The Spare Bedrooms or /people/spare bedroom.
And other content.
And other content.
Other
Go,
content.
go to our Instagram and check out our reels.
yeah, go check out our reels.
Yeah.
Eric's doing some wood burning. I did some streams last night. Thank you for anybody who tuned in last night. Now, everybody else, get the fuck out of our room. Bye.
Ugh, I got pissed so bad.